All right, there you go. That
Hey, everybody.
was weak.
Hey, everybody. Oh, my goodness.
Uh,
Here we are again.
Go ahead. I'm watching Tootie.
We made it to another live. How about it?
Pam said I get to be here tonight.
Hanging in there. Survived a root canal. Lori Sullivan. My goodness. Whew.
Go ahead. I'm just scrolling through here.
I'm just reading them too.
Oh,
Lorraine said she was watching Ryan Hall. We have weather hitting about 11 o'clock. I just looked.
yeah. As a matter of fact, it just came through Arkansas. I checked on Kevin Grounds, and he said that they just came out of it. It was just a lot of lightning. What else did he say? But thunder and lightning and wind. Everything's good. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine.
I was trying to read my text. Sorry. There's Lori. Lori's still awake. Howdy.
1 week out from winter, Lorraine said.
That is so weird to me. 1 week out from winter.
Just got done watching the video, Lori's video, she said. Londa did. Hey, Lisa.
I'm still scrolling. They're in Arkansas. Conway's still getting rain. Yeah, we're supposed to have rain kind of all next week too.
Oh, goodness.
What's the drum roll for?
Because we were just getting
Am I
started.
still behind?
You're still behind, darling.
I'm getting lots of howdies and hellos, and I'm trying not to miss nobody.
That's right. Keep going. Nick and Zoe was wondering if we would show up. Yeah.
Anyone have a good way to get rid of fruit flies?
Don't buy fruit.
Well, they got that little trick with the dish soap and stuff in a little bowl saucer thing. I don't know if that works or not. I'm still scrolling through some howdies. They're having a thunderstorm in Dahlonega.
There's the Grounds family. They're cooking supper.
He's here. When I saw that we were having some tornado warnings up in North Alabama, I flipped on the radar and saw where it was coming through Arkansas, so that's why I texted him to check on them. Y'all got a lot to celebrate tonight. Moving the bovines. Been watching Ryan Hall 2. Her daughter's in Mississippi. Teresa's fixing to get a storm. I swear I'm still scrolling, y'all. Hey, it's caught up. How about that? So what did Bruno do to Zoe? Beth couldn't wait.
She couldn't.
I told him we would talk about it on the live.
We've been fans for a long time. Come over from Cog Hill. Looking forward to you building your home at the farm.
Oh, us too, Dennis. He's in Northwest Tennessee.
Vinegar and a drop of Dawn dish soap in a shallow dish.
Hey, will you kick that?
Kick
the table?
Yeah, so quit moving.
Yeah. Try to get that where it won't keep moving and bouncing around the camera and all. So Henderson, Nevada.
We got the cows moved. It only took us 2 videos to do a whole paddock. It took us 1 week.
I time-lapsed it a lot.
It took 1 week, though.
It did.
Sometimes we'll start something. It might take us several weeks.
Well, I can tell you that a big part of that was posthole driver.
Yeah,
that shortened that.
It really did.
A ton.
It did.
So that helped get a lot of it.
Yes.
Quick. I'm with Zoe. Don't care for snakes. And the auger helped. Well, Lorraine, we've had the auger for a couple of years, and it
definitely does.
Helps too. It's a lot better than doing the post diggers.
It took them 40 minutes to build a fence and move bovine. So we got everybody moved yesterday. We thought the easiest thing was going to be, because they lead pretty easy. They do. But they do.
Most of the time.
But there's a lot.
That last time that you let them out to graze and they went to the other pasture, they don't want to leave from up there.
That was a few hours though.
Mm-hmm.
So, they typically will come okay if you do big arms is what we call it, kind of build a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Or follow the bucket. But there was a whole lot of green between the two fences. And that would have took a whole lot of stopping and going and stopping and going.
Yeah.
Especially since they didn't know it's habit for them to try to go to their old pen. So that's probably where they would have tried to go if they had took off. And that would have been the wrong way because that was up top.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a long way to go. So we did get them moved though. And little Bruno took some convincing.
Lorraine said the little green snake was cute.
No. It was cute until I saw it move.
Lisa wanted to know what kind it was.
I have no idea. I didn't get that close.
And y'all, I am no expert on snakes. So we just always called them garter snakes, little green snakes, but I don't know if that's what they're called or not. That's just what we always called them. Have you seen that monster auger Brooke found?
What in the world?
Rhett just fell over the clothes basket.
Dude.
It's a beast. Will you help them so you can play with the big boy toy? Yes.
Are you okay? Did you hit something? Okay.
I hit that.
He wasn't sure if he needed to cry or not. Okay, go.
No.
You don't.
No, you don't need to cry.
Do I need to cry?
No.
No, you just need to clean it up and then go put clothes on. Okay. So where was I? Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Moving the cows.
Oh, well, Bruno needed a little convincing. And he didn't really know where to go until Mama hollered for him.
That was a good thing.
And when she did, he was like, okay, now I know what to do.
Yeah, that was what changed the whole thing was when Mama called.
Yes. And
that was a grass snake. Garter snakes are two colors. Okay. I'll have to go with that. That's just what we always called them. That's why I said I don't know. We just always called them garter snakes. But
the green tree snake. Ribbons. So it don't matter to me. They're all yuck. I know. Now look, I didn't walk around trying to kill them. And I didn't like that one that I sat for over 10 minutes waiting for it to get out of the middle of the driveway. I didn't run over it. I ended up driving through the yard around it. I ain't gonna kill them. I just would much rather not see them.
Loretta had a rattlesnake that bit 4 of their dogs and then 2 rat snakes in the chicken coop.
That was one of my biggest fears having chickens was finding a snake.
Yeah.
Luckily I never did, but once I might end up at the farm one day.
There was a snake in Lori's garage last week. It wasn't venomous though. But you don't know what it was.
Huh? Yes, here. You have to plug it in.
Where's his tablet? Dead?
Yeah.
Of course.
So, anyway, Bruno. We got Bruno moved. We opened the back up, went in. Now I was just going to pet on Bruno a little bit. And Bruno gave me a good kick right in the side of the knee.
I texted Jason.
I know.
You know.
Brooke checked on me.
Crap. He sold me out. Y'all, I did. Now, I waited till you were okay and the whole event was over.
It really freaked me out, though.
You did. It did. So,
I was scared.
Yeah. Oh, I texted Jason and said, we caught Bruno in the stock trailer and he kicked Zoe as soon as she stepped in. I said, it sounded like a rifle shot.
It did.
And he said, is she okay? And I said, yeah, she's okay. But I forgot what I said, but something about that killed all that wanting to pet the baby stuff.
Yeah. what you guys saw, we didn't include that because we want to keep it positive.
Well, I wasn't recording at the
we could
time.
have told about it, but we wanted to keep it positive. We didn't want it to. He is not aggressive at all.
No, he just didn't want you messing with him.
And
it's kind of like the baby donkeys kicking at Daniels.
Yeah.
It's leave me alone.
Yeah, and you got to think he has not been handled, and I cornered him, so he kicked me, and it got me right below my kneecap, on the side, well, right on the side below my knee, and I thought I had died for just a few minutes, and it sent me into a panic.
You know, that's going to play into the rest of your life tonight. By the way, you don't let me forget to tie that together.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
But it sent me into a panic for a little bit, and I was getting upset because I didn't know, I was kind of cornered, and I didn't know where to go or what to do or how to get out of there because I was scared if I moved too quick, he was going to kick me again. And he never did. But I sent Nick in there, and he was able to turn him around and get him, and I was able to then come in and pet on him and give him hugs and all the stuff he didn't want.
Well, you do that the same way you have to go into a stall when all your mares are in heat at one time. You push the side of that hip and get that hip pointed away from you, and that's all I did with Bruno. I just put my hand on his hip, pushed him over. Look, he can't go but one direction, straight back.
Yeah.
I mean, he can kick out to the side a little bit, but it wasn't enough to hurt you. So his legs
ain't but that long.
I just kept his little butt pointed away from me until I got in there, and that's all that took.
Yeah. Well, I have what was
Ray was worried about Mac being in with the two big ones.
Oh,
the two big ones are probably less dangerous than the little bitty ones.
Because they're handled. The only reason he kicked it.
Ferdinand just likes to move his head
out of there real quick. But he really only does that with food. When food is in with him, he doesn't
until he gets to it. He throws that head around.
Yeah, but we did get her out real quick. But with him, his is from the lack of being handled, and it startled him. Me coming in there touching on him real quick, and he was being defensive. And I was.
Zoe was traumatized by this.
Yes.
She was done with petting on the baby.
I was for a few minutes. Once you had him kind of hemmed up, I was okay with it. Yeah, it did hurt pretty bad. He's tiny, but he's stout. He's like Rex. He's a firm little fella.
I wasn't joking when I told Jason it sounded like a rifle went off. And I said it sounded like a rifle went off, and it was about as quick.
Yeah.
As soon as you stepped in, he
did. It caught all of us off guard.
Nobody knew that was coming because he was just kind of standing there hanging his little head. He's just standing there all innocent. And as soon as she gets in, he
yep. He's enjoying right.
Oops.
Yeah. Once I realized that my knee it did not hit my actual kneecap, I was like, okay, this is just going to be sore. But it's the knee that has so much.
I asked you 3 times.
Yeah.
Did he get the knee? Yeah. And you're like, no, he hit above it. I was like, okay, then we're okay. And then it ended up being below it.
Well, I had
I was like, Zoe, you said it was above it.
Well, let me tell you.
You're not sure where your knee is.
You can't say that kind of stuff to me.
Be nice to Zoe.
This is the knee that I have so much issues with.
Yeah, you've had like 2 years of that hurting.
But when he kicked me, it felt like a balloon busted above my knee. So that's why I thought he had done it. And I think it's just that fluid that was built up kind of got released in my knee. I'm okay. It's not like making me not able to walk or anything. And I only have just a little bruise.
You didn't limp or nothing.
No, I just was scared more than anything. It just scared me. Because I was like, oh, this sweet little thing, he's just going to want to be loved on. He said, get away.
No, he did not want to be loved on.
He did not. But I'm okay. I'm okay. All is good. I finished our everything. We went to church today and all's good.
And I bet when you and Mac got there today, I bet they were still tickled with their new.
Oh, I didn't think they were going to come to the fence.
They were still tickled.
You know what, Mac? We pulled in. She said,
boundaries, Zoe.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like Lori, she's gonna wapow me next time if I get too close.
Lori said she was going to wapow you.
I'm saying she likes boundaries.
Oh,
When we got there today, we could not see them in the horizon. And Mackenzie said, I don't see the cows. And then all of a sudden I saw they were laying down in the trees, blending into nature.
I bet they were enjoying that shade because it was a little warm. When y'all went to the farm, I was at the ballpark with the boys.
Yep.
Thankfully, thank you, Jesus, it was a covered batting cage.
Oh yeah.
Those covered batting cages.
And it was by
that
choice.
kept it a little cooler.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
we didn't have
I
any.
promised I would take them. That's why I was there. I promised them I would take them. It does crack me up when I watch YouTube channels all wanting to cuddle the new farm babies. Worse when newbies try to force the issue. Yeah, you got to realize Bruno hasn't been touched since he was born, and he's 2 months old.
And I knew when we got Ferdinand, it was the exact same, but I didn't put myself in a position to get kicked.
So
I was a little more cautious.
The difference between Ferdinand and Bruno is the fact that when Ferdinand first got there, as we would feed him, we'd try to get our hands on him, stuff like that. Bruno still has a mama.
Right. He don't have to come to feed.
Number one, he don't have to come to feed because he's not weaned yet. Yeah. Ferdinand was weaned. But number two, if you mess with him too much, mama will get you. Yeah. And that's something you have to be very careful of. I don't care how gentle your cow is.
Right.
You start messing with a baby, you can get hurt bad.
We've not seen that out of Cinco.
Not yet.
But right.
That's because we ain't messed with Bruno.
But we do know it's possible.
Mm-hmm. How hot is it down there? It's been 40s and 50s in Connecticut. It's brutal.
It was 96 today?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. My dad, brush hog. You're in Montgomery. You know it's bush hog. All the black rat snake nests on our property. Next thing you know, all the mice come to our house.
Oh goodness.
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just with Ferdinand, he was kind of forced into it because we would feed him and brush on him and be hands-on with him, but I never really got this behind him. I always made sure not to, and I just wasn't very cautious with Bruno.
Lori said she had a cow try to kill her last year because she was trying to separate the babies out from the rest of the herd. Yeah. So I have a friend that he has raised cows for years and years and years and years. And he was, I think, tagging babies. And thankfully, he had driven his truck out in the pasture. The only way he got away from that mama was to roll under his truck.
Oh, I remember.
She was trying her best to kill him. And he rolled under the truck to get away from her. Mm. Can you try to offer a bottle for a comfort treat?
I wonder if we would have to catch him first to let him try a bottle. Like we would have to, he wouldn't know what it was, would he?
I doubt it.
We would have to introduce that to him before he would know that it would be a good thing.
Somebody said it in Lorraine, that Ferdinand looked the same size as Cinco.
Not quite.
But he is almost like, he's just a slight bit smaller.
I would say he's probably about 5 inches from the back, the top of the backs.
It's not that much different. But I tell you what, I think he was a lot younger than what they thought when we got him.
Oh, yeah, he had to be because he was he was smaller than what Bruno is now.
He was supposed to be a little bit older than Cinco.
Yeah.
There's no way he's older than Cinco and has grown that much. I don't believe it.
Mm-mm. No, he was size or smaller. He was smaller.
He was little.
Because you had to pick him up.
That was what was so we picked him up, put him on a trailer. What was so funny though, that's why we had such a time laughing about Ferdinand is because we were, if his birth date was right, he was a little bit older than Cinco, and he was half her size. We're like, oh gosh, he's never going to be big enough to do anything.
Yeah.
He's big. Number one, he's big enough to do something.
Now
he has proven it.
Oh yeah,
twice.
And he is now for sure.
But now he's gotten to be almost the size of Cinco. I think he might have another run at Mildred. He might. We'll see.
Tony said the same thing.
In my bovine class at Tuskegee, we had to separate calves from their moms. 75 city slickers in a field.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
I do think he would be tall enough now because he's grown since he was over there. He took a growth spurt.
He is really close. He might be a couple inches shorter than Cinco, but it ain't 5.
But he ain't gonna be bigger than her by no means. I don't think he'll grow much more.
I honestly don't know. I'm afraid to say. I honestly don't know. I don't want to call that because the information we had on Ferdinand was from the people we got him from, and they didn't have any reason to intentionally lie to us. I think that maybe they got bad information, but he had a growth spurt. Yeah. He's big boy, and his neck's starting to fill out.
He is.
He's getting a thick neck like a bull's supposed to.
Like Ferdinand. You're going to look like Ferdinand.
I'm talking about Ferdinand.
Oh, no. He's going to look like Ferdinand.
Oh, the one on the movie. Oh, okay.
He's got a big old thick neck. Hey, Christy. Hey, Halen.
I actually got a chance to speak to Christy at church this morning. It was just a hello, but
Brooke's nerves could handle another pregnancy.
I think if she had a better gauge on how when it happened, she'd be okay.
Yeah, right. That unknown is hard.
Have y'all apologized yet?
So we're gonna talk about that.
Have we apologized for what? Oh, that's the title of your live. You're not apologizing.
That I just told you about.
Oh, yeah, you did. I didn't even know you had done that.
So let's just get into it. So a lot of you guys.
No.
Hold on. See,
none of these.
There you go. You're supposed to cover your mouth and not say no words.
But it won't be any of these people.
No words.
That did it. None of them.
So
go ahead.
We thought that, I guess we were under the assumption that couples banter. And we have gotten so much grief in the last 12 hours about the bantering on our video.
I should have never left it in there because it's always in the video. I just always edit it out. But I thought, you know what? This will make it more lighthearted. I'm going to shut up now.
Let me just say, if you guys there's one thing I will apologize for. If you're new, and this is the first video of ours that you watched, then I'm sorry if you got offended. Because that's not the first impression that we want to put on.
No, not the first video.
I will not apologize for the way that you and I go back and forth and it being anybody else's business, because we have stressful lives. Our lives are very demanding, and that's our way of kind of erasing that stuff. I can trust you to know that I'm just kidding, and you can trust me to know you're kidding. Like, that's just how we do. And we thought that you guys understood that, and apparently not. Because
most of these you're talking to do.
We are like, we'll probably have at least 2 comments that we need to get divorced, or I need to go into some kind of homeless women's battered shelter or something.
Domestic violence awareness.
Because
You don't know you're abused.
I don't know that I am abused. But thirdly, if this was abuse, why would he show it in a video for thousands and thousands of people?
Thank you. Why would I not cut it out?
But I got thinking today. I was like,
I asked that question. I was like, why would I leave it in the video if it was bad?
and I see comments, and I'll go back to them in just a minute. But our kids even do that. Like, that's just how our family is dysfunctional and functions.
Mary thought I was the one being abused.
I mean, it's just.
She told me my head was crooked in the last video, and y'all didn't say a word.
No, they said it was crooked.
No, Judy Cole said it was crooked.
It's like it was hot, and neither of us wanted to be out there, but we had work to do, so we made light of it. And even like the kids were getting a kick out of it. They do it to each other.
You could hear Rhett screaming it in the background. Yes. He was agreeing.
We are dysfunctional together.
Yeah.
And we are happily dysfunctional. And we are just real people.
Rhett did it to Chance. Yeah, they all do it. Linda said I need to go to a shelter.
Only shelter he's going to is that doghouse he's going to build for himself outside with some leftover wood.
Cheryl said it's also very southern.
It is.
They could tell it was hot because Mac was red strawberry.
Yeah, she does.
Anyway, go ahead.
But people, there is no reason to get all your panties crooked and tied up and just be ugly to us. We have had a time with people lately. I welcome comments because some are mostly encouraging, but some will really make you question your intentions,
I did, and I finally got frustrated with it because it was not just the banner, but then it was, this is really frustrating for your viewers kind of thing. And I was like, y'all, I was really trying to show the lighthearted side. That's how you keep it lighthearted when you're out there working in the sun all day.
Go
ahead.
Journey Along with Jen said it bothered her at first because she's been through domestic violence and her ex taught her that way. It doesn't bother her now, or if it does, she stops watching. So, saying that, I can completely understand it in a negative aspect.
You have an old video that
I have.
She would understand, but go ahead.
Right. I've been there. And if it came across hurtful, then it would be this would be a totally different platform or different soapbox,
Mm-hmm.
It would not be addressed at all. And you guys would probably not even see it.
Mm-hmm.
But to be able to be comfortable for us in that situation, in that kind of mindset, is what makes it lighthearted for us. Does that make sense? Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Some of them that haven't been around that long may not remember the video where you talked about those issues.
Yes.
But let me assure you that if it was triggering, I wouldn't do it because that's exactly the kind of history Zoe has.
Right.
Zoe has that kind of history.
You used to have to be very careful with your words.
But we have gotten to the point to where we can do that because
this is safe.
It allows us to make, my God, if we just had to work on the farm and not cut up, we probably wouldn't get along at all.
Well, like Brooke told you that time.
Some of them have heard that story.
Yeah.
At the very first Okie Expo.
Tension reliever, yes.
It is. Right. The very first Okie Expo, when they were doing their talk, Brooke said,
"Hey, Ed,
if your marriage can survive farming together, it can survive anything. And she looked dead at me and said, "You hear me, Nick?" And I was like, because we had just been talking about Zoe's. Zoe at the time was full time on the farm. And she had told them that the only way we would ever stay married was for me to keep an off farm job.
Uh-huh.
She's like, there's no way we can be together all day, every day. And that was when Brooke said that, because she said, if you can survive farming, you can survive anything. Well, we have figured out that when you're doing all that work and you're in the blazing sun and you're tired and tempers are going to flare, the best way for us to keep it lighthearted is just picking each other.
And I gave you a hard time about being in the shade, but you know what? I was also thinking he's doing all that stuff that I have no clue how to do. So I'm doing the one thing I know how to do, and that's put clips on.
But I didn't get offended at you saying something about me being in the shade, because they were called. I went to the shade to answer the phone where they were telling me that the lawnmower was fixed that Zoe tore up. So when she said, "Why are you in the shade?" I was answering the phone. Well, then I decided.
Put it up.
What?
It says, "Well, you'll put yourself in front of us." I haven't been watching long, but it didn't look like you were kidding. Well, that's because you haven't been watching very.
That's just because you haven't been watching long, and that's okay.
No, it's okay if we're not for you. I would love for everybody to stick around, but this is how we interact. This is how our family does while we work, while we help our community, while we support our friends, And and a lot of people came from, say, Cog Hill, who their videos are a lot different than ours.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So if you're coming from there and you come to see us, we might be a little different.
They're both always very calm and positive and things like that. And even though they may cut up, it's not as harsh as us.
Right. And that's okay.
But Catherine just said if people could see how you interact and the level of comfort you guys have around each other, they would understand. I'm going to tell you when I figured out that the banter thing was okay. I didn't have to hide it, because me and Zoe have always done that. I almost snorted my cornflakes up with making me laugh. Is farming together like helping your dad by holding the flashlight? Yes, it is. Absolutely. If you two ever decide to have a real fight, let me know. I want to come video it. So I'm going to tell you when I started enjoying the banter thing. We already did it. I realized how much I enjoyed it on video watching Bar 7.
Oh, right.
And people would always come on the live. See, our videos would be so much different from the lives. We would just be working, doing whatever. When we're on the lives, we were in here bantering, picking back and forth. There's people on here trying to tell you I got a fly on my head because they want you to smack me.
Right.
Stuff like that. And they get a kick out of it, and they would talk about how funny it was.
Right.
And I was like, why don't I just leave it in the video? Just let the video be more lighthearted than just putting up stupid fence.
Right, because that's all we were doing.
So I thought, you know what? I'll try it. And it did not go up all that great.
And we like to show people, where we are and what we're doing and how we really are, because we don't hide anything.
Well, I got so tickled because I related to Cody.
Yes.
When we met them at the creator conference.
I want to scroll a minute.
We were sitting at the same. Now
we need the battery. Mac, I need to charge the chance to put our charger.
He didn't plug the cord up. Now, if you're going to have to put it over there if you want to scroll.
Just for a second. Go, keep talking.
Anyway, so Cody was just this real serious cowboy-looking fella,
I know. I was kind of scared of him when we met him at that conference.
And when I started watching their videos, I'm like, well, he's just the old rancher, gruff and stuff like that. And then I realized that it was banter and they were joking and it was funny. And then,
Can you plug it in right over there?
good gracious,
It will reach. It reaches all the time.
I'm going to do it right here so we can move on.
Okay.
But I realized that they were two of the nicest people,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
when we talked to them at the Okie. So I was like, there's no reason for me to keep editing this out.
Right.
Look, you're going to have to pick. Either move it over there or be done.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
Are you looking for something particular?
No, you just kept scrolling. I was trying to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Y'all see how Zoe just bossed Nick around. Keep talking.
Go up one because there was something
Now,
right there. Oh, the love show during the whole alpaca fiasco. Your video made her sit in the car, melted her while you sat in the car.
sitting in the car.
When we went to get them alpacas.
Oh.
And you were sitting in the car doing your video.
Oh. If people didn't know me and my husband, they would think we stayed in a fight. I don't know.
It's never aggressive. It's just going back.
Did y'all see how Nick just bossed Zoe around? Lori, quit. My apologies.
That's okay, because
that's why we're explaining it.
That's right.
And I was explaining it in replies, trying to tell people, y'all was
can also be taken. You know how when you read a text and you're like, oh,
I'm covering up your abuse. I guess it's good.
That's what I do when you text me. I'm like, oh, there goes its attitude. Napoleon. You see how Nick just bossed me around, Lori said?
Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. That's all we're saying. You know, we just wanted to talk about that a little bit because it did not go well, this video. And I really hated to lose people in a misunderstanding. But we're going to keep, maybe you won't put as much of it because we do. That's how we work.
Yeah, but I did this intentionally. That's the problem is I left it in there. And y'all, I set one up and I had a comment that said, well, you purposely said you were smarter than her. I said, yeah, I know. That should have told you that it was joking because I said in the video, I turned on the camera so he doesn't know because I wanted to get your reactions back without you knowing the video was on.
Yeah.
So I was smarting off saying stuff just to get a rise out of you. And I thought it was hilarious.
Someone say that they thought that we just did it for the videos. And y'all, this is us. Ask Catherine. She's here.
Catherine knows.
She'll tell you this is us. That's how we do.
Lori knows.
Lori knows.
Lori's been around us plenty.
Yeah.
It's just
Kevin, Kimberly, everybody knows this is how we are. It's just banter. That's our way of, letting go the words.
It's all good till y'all start calling each other names. Have we called each other names?
I ain't called you a name yet.
I think
I did call you a name. What did I call you?
Well, I'm sure it wasn't anything insulting. I haven't heard one.
No,
I mean,
you wouldn't call me something insulting.
I don't think.
I don't know. It's okay.
I mean, like,
bossy pants.
There's definitely insulting names that could.
But we don't do that.
But no, I don't think so.
Yeah, we don't do that. And why would our friends tell y'all to watch us if we're bad people? I just don't.
Oh, Nick and Zoe banter with each other and their friends.
They do.
Yeah. Yeah, Lori's one of those. I mean, y'all, as much crap as I give her, I really do not try to hug Lori.
No.
I did not one time actually try to. Christine said I haven't heard any name call. Okay.
We don't do that.
I don't think so.
We don't. We don't do that even.
I don't think I've actually ever heard a real argument from you guys.
Because we don't really fight. Now we bicker.
I mean, occasionally, but I think that's just part of being married.
Yeah,
just because you're nuts.
Well, you are too. So. Two nuts don't make it.
Now I'm gonna get.
Look, put your head with mine. Look,
Oh, Zoe, that's terrible. I know what you're trying to do.
Put
No.
your hood. Two nuts don't make it right.
You literally just called him the pony. You did. That's name calling. You called.
Oh, I did I? Like actual name, dude. Oh gosh. Jacob said, with Memorial Day tomorrow is the day when we remember all the servicemen and women who made the ultimate sacrifice. Ultimate sacrifice.
Lori said we got all the fighting out of our system while we were dating. I saw her comment a while ago that it reminded her of dating stories. Some of these folks don't know that we fought our entire first date.
What's that one say?
I'm so glad you got your fence done and were able to move the cattle. I'm very happy you have another crowd now.
Yes, us too.
Absolutely.
Like we said at the end of the video, if people made it that far, we every new thing is a step up, and that's all we can do is one thing at a time.
I don't get it. I've been in 2 really bad marriages. I don't see the video being bad. I can see y'all are great. It's fun to watch. I want it to be more lighthearted.
Yeah.
I mean,
because it really was a lot of hard, hot work.
I'm not going to point anybody out, but we have several different families, YouTube families that we're friends with, and they all banter like that.
They do.
I think that's just the way you get through it. I won't call them all out, but there are several, and they all banter like that, and they all get along because of it. I'm like, when I hear the banter, I know, they have a good marriage.
Yeah.
Because they're not hiding anything. I can tell that when they're kind of aggravating each other, I was like, they probably have a pretty good marriage because I understand. I understand that
language. Yeah.
Let me get past here.
So,
isn't sarcasm a love language? Right. I hope it is for me and Zoe because that's all.
I know. I was like lovey-dovey. I want to pet your face.
Like when Tony says I'm crazy. It might be something like that. I saw Tony yesterday when we was leaving Dollar General. I think his truck was over at the gas station. I think. Mm-hmm. I'm not positive. I didn't see him.
Well, there's only one of them trucks around there.
Well, no, they're probably not, but that one stood out as looking like he. You remind me of my husband and I were. There were a lot of people that did say that. Hey, support. I get it. Y'all are
tickled me and
Christian and family content. I'm being ignored.
Look at you.
Wait, I shall go get what?
My Crayolas Play-Dohs to recover from.
I was not ignoring you.
Front.
There are no telling how many comments we missed because me and Zoe were just yapping.
Right, and he wouldn't let me scroll, as y'all saw. He told me to.
Well, your arm was in my way.
Don't flap.
He was getting diesel fuel for the tractor.
Well, Diana heard me.
What?
So we're not real lovey-dovey. You don't want me to pet your face.
I didn't even hear that part. And no, I don't want you to pet my face.
How are the baby chicks? They are doing so good. I want more chickens.
Like Stephanie used the fly swatter on Brandon.
That's right. Yep. I want more chickens. I told Nick if I went to Tractor Supply and they had some, I was going to get them.
They had ducks.
I don't want ducks.
You would not believe. So you can tell that it is a holiday weekend near the lakes.
Face with her fist.
We have.
Bye, Lori. Good night.
Bye, Lori. We have 3 lakes, all within 20 minutes of where we live. Mm-hmm. One, we live off a road named after the lake.
Oh, Catherine has chicks. Okay.
I wish you would come get these chicks.
I need to get some.
Okay.
Just, I don't want to say something if anybody knows.
But you could tell that it was a holiday weekend in an area with lakes because Tractor Supply was packed. Yeah, remember? I had to.
Yeah.
How bad it was yesterday?
Yeah.
Do you know how many people were in that Tractor Supply that I heard call those little babies ducks? Ducks. That's how they say ducks. I was like, oh, these folks ain't from around here. Oh, it's baby ducks. I was like, I don't think that's from around here. Oh, look at the baby ducks.
Oh, Rhett would probably say, "What's a dog?"
I'm glad Rhett wasn't in there. Nick, y'all should get one of those Egyptian geese. Hey,
he tried to give us.
I already know, Tony. Me getting an Egyptian goose is about like getting Jason to take guineas. So don't even start that. He does that to aggravate me. That's why his way of messing with me. What did I miss?
Tony says there's that smoking hot Catherine.
Oh, I missed it.
Yvonne. There it is. There's smoking hot Catherine. Figured it'd be Yvonne.
All the geese babies are gone. You shouldn't have gave them away because those things sell like crazy.
$20 bill all day long.
All day long. You're not allowed to be on YouTube. You have to be what I want you to be, not you or anyone else. You have to be fake, just like we want you, even down to the scripted Zoe.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't.
But then you have to pretend not to be fake.
I could not write Zoeisms. I don't think.
I don't write Zoeisms.
No, they just come out of you.
They just flow free. I give them to y'all as an added bonus.
Brandon and Stephanie do that all the time. Y'all, there's a bunch of them. I'm telling you.
I think Jason be smoking duck on his grill if his eggs hatched. He probably would. I know his strong unlikeness of them.
Unlikeness.
I didn't want to say hate. That's
dislike.
That's a strong word.
Dislike Zoeism, not unlikeness. A likeness is like your face.
It's very light.
No,
it needs a tan.
No. That's you've heard them talk about NIL with college, name, image, likeness.
No.
NIL is where all the college students are getting paid. Your likeness would be like,
I thought
if we put your face on something, that's using your likeness. So unlikeness is not a term. Sure. It would just be dislike. Oh. That's another Zoeism. You just spit one out there, like on cue.
Unlike.
What you trying to tell me?
Sheridan Park Farm sold baby geese for $22. She said, "Don't give them away, Catherine." Nick, are you going to take the family snipe hunting on the farm? Season's open this weekend. What is a snipe?
I bet Zoe will love it, Mr. Jim.
What is a snipe?
It's a bird.
A bird?
Yeah, it's a bird. No, it's a bird. And, people, my uncles told me that
Are they big?
People thought they only had one eye, but it was because that's all you ever saw. They always just turn their head sideways. But you have to, stand. You can have a draw or a ditch or something, and you stand there holding a paper sack, and somebody else goes to the other end and just walks through there, and it chases them into your paper sack.
You would make me hold the paper sack.
You'd probably freak out holding the paper sack. I'd get Mac to hold the paper sack. And then we would get you and Chance to just walk down the ditch.
I'll walk in the road, and I'll be the cheerleader.
Hush, Mary Ellen. What's the matter with you?
What?
Please take her snipe hunting and video.
Snipes are what? Go back down.
Unlikeness would be a word like her head without her face. Her unlikeness. Okay,
What's a snipe?
I just told you.
No, you cover Mary Ellen. You did it again. Go back.
No, I didn't.
Go back.
No, something that comes out your nose.
Go back.
Hush.
Go back up.
If you watched Lester and Jamie yesterday over the modular homes, it was hysterical because I'm on Jamie's side. Not Lester's. I don't know. I have to watch that. You just taught me something because I would say unlikeness.
Go up.
Susan said Zoe don't fall for it. What is wrong with y'all?
Go up.
Snipes are very hard to find, but they are real. No.
I thought that said sharp pickles.
I think they're supposed to be beaks, but they do have sharp beaks.
Peaks. Pecks. Peckies.
What?
that does not say beak.
Oh, that's somebody else putting. Snipe is a good eating bird if you can catch any.
I'll have to look it up.
Snipe's extinct in Pennsylvania.
A drop bear? What? Where?
Now I don't know what a drop bear is. That's Lorraine. She's got something in Tasmania. We don't even know what it is. Talking about a drop bear. I have to look up all kinds of stuff Lorraine talks about.
And don't look at stuck. You would have me rattling and a snake would run into my bag?
No, God, they don't do that. No.
You wouldn't do that? That's so sweet.
It's a bird that's on the wading bird species.
Like it's waiting to be discovered?
Wanda said, y'all please hit the like button. Where else can you get entertainment like this?
Oh, Miss Kathy, I told Nick that right before we got started that Phil Robertson passed away.
Where'd that go? There it is. Tell her what a drop bear. It's like a koala, but they're nasty. Look them up. Well, I'm going to have to look it up.
What's a soft troll?
I don't know. We'll stop giving energy and food to soft trolls.
Glenn, I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm not sure. Yes, Lori. That's what Zoe had told me right before we got on.
Yes. Nick said that they were it was expected.
Wading as in wading through water.
Like
Zoe.
Walking.
So they're on the list of birds that wade through the water like cranes, I guess.
The kids had put out a post. Yes, I saw that too. They liked him too.
Tony said, don't forget you have to whisper snap, snap, snap to attract them. So you snap, so you sound like one.
Snap, snap.
No, don't put a CH in there.
Snap.
No.
Snap. Snap, snap.
Why do you keep putting that sound in there? Snap. No, there's no H. Can you say snip?
Snip.
Or, oh my God. Never mind.
Snip.
Stop. Never mind. You're doing that intentionally.
Don't punch you.
Just say SN.
SN.
The sound it makes.
Snip.
Snip. Okay. Then it would be snap. No. That's why I don't talk to you.
You just did.
People gonna get on me again.
And Marsh. She's chirping like that.
Yeah. She's putting a CH in there with the S. Like, I don't know why you're doing that. But,
hey, simple grower. One sounds like similar to an owl. It says hoot, hoot, hoot. The snipe says hoot, hoot, hoot.
Oh.
Take it from a Georgia lady and don't do it. Do you like lemon meringue pie?
Mm-mm.
Nick don't like lemon or key lime or banana.
Right. Correct. I think I saw somebody ask about lemon meringue earlier, and we were having a discussion about something else. Stop. I'm gonna take my flavor.
Gilmer, Texas.
Say snake.
Snake.
Zoe, that is not how you say it. Snake. Zoe, you do not put a SH in there. I have never heard you do that once.
No,
so
snake.
So now you're just doing it to get on my nerves.
Snake. Snake.
You have never said it that way.
It's a snake.
She's being fake. Zoe is being fake right now. Zoe is being fake.
It was a green snake.
You have never said. You are not funny. I'm on strike with you. We've been to have some domestic violence over here.
Why are you turning red? Your blood pressure going up? Is your blood pressure up a little bit?
That's why I don't like you.
That why I just twitching. You're getting the twitch.
You got a blood pressure up.
Look, you about to turn purple. No, no. Sound like Jason hollering for Brooke out there.
He does sound a little bit like that when he's hollered. He does. Brian and Stevie arguing about Will.
Whip. There's no whip.
I hope Matt can teach Rhett how to read.
Because she don't want me to teach Rhett how to read.
Rhett knows how to read.
So Rhett's got to teach us how to read.
Rhett reads right now. There's the badger. Y'all have no idea. Rhett reads everything right now.
He does everything, like just sight read.
Billboards, whatever. Zoe, there was somebody, the artist was named McDonald. I don't know who it was. We were in the truck today. I don't want you to pat my face. But we were in the truck and I was turning at the ball field. And Rhett said, "There's McDonald's." What? It was right by the high school field, so I was like, I know McDonald's did not put a banner on the high school fence. That would just be too small for sponsorship or something. And Rhett kept saying, "There's McDonald's." Where? He was reading it on the screen. That was the person's performance name on my radio. And I finally realized that that's what he was talking about. The name McDonald was up.
Yeah.
Y'all witnessing Alabama True Love. You witnessing me fixing to bash her on top of the head. No, I don't know who it was. It was on the Christian station, but it was a McDonald. I don't know who it was. She said Tom McDonald. I honestly don't know. I was waiting on him to say stop petting face. Oh, Tammy was going to bring me some lemon meringue pie, I reckon. Man. I just never have cared for it, I guess. Zoe, can you cook soul food? Some probably. Some would be considered that.
Well, you know, soul food has a lot of spice to it.
Not always. It has a lot of seasoning, not always spice.
Yeah, that's true. I'll say that would be more Cajun would be more spice.
Yeah. That's not necessarily soul food.
I mean, we can cook your collards and your greens.
That's when you start putting the fat back in stuff and things like that, you're getting a little closer.
Yeah, soul food is amped up Southern food.
Let me tell you, Miss, please, I hope I'm saying this right because it's pronounced different ways sometimes. I hope it's Tamara. I actually work with a lady that's Tamara. And what? So I had heard it Tamara. No, hers is Tamara.
So it's either
but either way.
Tamara like camera.
Yeah. But I hope, I don't know if I'm saying it right or not. We have a soul food restaurant right here in town. That's all they do. Tomorrow night.
There's a name.
I know. I see that.
That's so creative.
But anyway, tomorrow we have a soul food restaurant here in town, and we have not managed to go there yet.
That is so cool.
And I know the owner, and we still have not managed to go yet. It's either closed or busy.
No, it stays busy.
I haven't been able to get in there. But Zoe can cook some.
Yeah, like Londa said, it's hard to differentiate between soul and Southern. I think that soul is an amped up Southern.
So to me, Londa and I could be way off if somebody's an expert on soul food. but I think most Southern cuisine is based on soul food. I think.
Mhm. So she's named. So she's named not today. It's tomorrow. Yes.
I guess. I see that pronunciation trips me up because when I see it, I just know I'm gonna say it wrong.
Imagine having a name that's 3 letters and people never.
I have no idea why people get your name right. It's Zoe. You get Zoe. Yeah. Of course, yours is not Zoe. It's Zoe. And how the heck would anybody know that?
That's why we don't go with that one. But a lot of times it's like Joe. It's Zoe.
Ed is exactly correct.
The slaves taught us how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
That's a touchy subject, and I don't want to get anybody offended, but that is exactly
that's right.
When they learned to, I think
they adapted adopted that.
That's why I say most Southern cuisine is based on soul food, because it's right. A lot of stuff that you would consider Southern cuisine was the absolute cheapest ingredients they could scrounge together.
Yeah. Yep, that's right.
I mean, it is.
Right.
Look at the amazing thing known as cornbread. It was ingredients that were cheap and they had readily available to try to put something together.
Oh gosh.
At work, the names people have named their children are atrocious. I'm like, how's anyone going to take you seriously in a professional environment?
Rhett watches a YouTube short about names.
Oh, it's funny, but it's totally made up. But no, I mean,
good night, Cheryl.
That's a name you see a lot. It's one of those names that you can easily mispronounce, right. And I don't want to do that.
Well, our hour has come and gone.
It has come and gone. We are 2 minutes over.
I'm glad though that the people who understand let me go on my rant for a few minutes.
Well, and
I'm glad that some who didn't were here, so that we could clear that thick air there.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to think that it's in meanness or
any kind of like true abuse.
But I think you had the best point of that is if that's what was going on, why would we leave it in the video?
An abuser's not going to showcase their abuse. Right?
No, abusers hide it.
Made buttermilk biscuits. That sounds good.
That works.
My dad's family lived on cornbread. That's right.
That's where it came from. That's the only way they had something to eat. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Hour is long enough. Yeah. So she's saying go on.
Go to bed. Shut up.
Fine, Stephanie.
All right.
You ready to wrap up video Tuesday and live on Wednesday?
We hope you guys have a good Memorial Day tomorrow.
Be careful. There are a lot of people out there that are not very responsible.
Yeah.
So be careful of those that are responsible.
Yeah, be safe. All right, we love y'all. We'll see y'all in a few days.
Bye, guys.
She meant.
Oh, in the long. Christine said night, Zoe.
Good night.
That means piss on you, Nick. What that mean?
No, don't say that.
Bye, y'all.
Go to jail. Oh my gosh.